Okay, so if this meeting is really with Herman Getter and only Herman Getter, then we're all set. But if this meeting is actually with somebody else and I just happen to be on Herman Getter's record when I clicked on meeting, then I can quickly make that change by clicking on the drop down arrow and then selecting the contact that I actually wanted the meeting to be with. Now, chances are you're going to be on the right contact record when you click on meeting, so you're not going to use that often. However, there is another part of this that you might use more often, and that is adding additional contacts. Let's say, for example, I wanted Herman Getter, but also some other contacts involved in this meeting. So I'll click on Contacts and then select Contacts, and notice then that it brings up my contact database, but in a way that I can add additional contacts. So for example, if I wanted George Agent involved in it as well, then I can click on George and then click on the right arrow putting George associated with the meeting as well. If I wanted Ashley Allen involved in it, I could also select Ashley. And as you can see, I could go through my entire contact database and pull out those people that I want to be involved in the meeting. When I click on OK now, you'll see that all of the people are now listed as being involved in the meeting. So it's very quick and easy to associate the meetings with the people that I need them associated with. We can even associate them with companies, with an entire company. For example, notice that the companies that this is associated with right now are Tiny Town Productions and Williams Consulting. If, on the other hand, I wanted to associate it with the entire company, we can do this through the dialog box as well. We'll talk about companies later on, and I'll sort of tie that back together. But what is this meeting about? Well, let's click on the regarding and see if anything comes up that would be something that this meeting would be about. Is it ask for the order? Is it breakfast meeting, cold call, contract negotiations, demonstration, dinner meeting? These are all just the ones that ACT already has in the system. But let's say that this meeting is really about enhancing our business relationship. Maybe that's all that we want to do. It's a matter of just getting together really for no intent except for to get to know each other better. So it's to enhance our business relationship. So what we want to do is add that in. Well, I could type it in this one time and just type in enhance our business relationship. But if this is something that we are going to be doing with lots of contacts and we want that to be part of our plan, is we're going to have these enhance our business relationship meetings, then I can also go back to the drop down list and click on edit list values. And what I want to do is add in an enhance business relationship. And this way it will be one of those that I can select and therefore very quickly be able to use this as well as the other ones that ACT has provided for me. In fact, if there are some in here that I don't want that ACT has already provided, then I could take those out. For example, if I didn't feel like I needed this follow-up on delivery in here, then I could click on delete. It says, are you sure you want to delete that? And I say yes, and it's deleted. So now I've added enhanced business relationship, taken out one of the others that ACT has had in there to begin with. And click on OK. And notice it says ask for the order because it just went to the top. It just went to where I was when I started to go in. But if I type an E and then click on if I click on the drop down arrow and then simply just select enhance business relationship, then I can set it for enhanced business relationship. I could also, of course, have typed it in to where it would have recognized the enhanced business relationship as being unique. We could also set the location of the meeting. We can simply type in where that's going to be, what restaurant that's going to be located in, or any other location details about the meeting. In addition, we can set the priority for the meeting. The priorities can be low, medium, or high. And notice that the low priority right now, the color is red, medium is blue, and high is also red. Well, That doesn't make a lot of sense right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this low priority color to, let's say, a green, and click on OK. Now what that will do is it'll change every low priority to green for every contact. So in other words, once you set your priority colors, just to remind you and just to have that on your calendar and just to be a reminder of what kind of priority or how high the priority is for this type of activity, once you set those colors, you don't need to set them on every particular activity, every call or meeting. In other words, you set them as a default, and that's the color that it will use. So from now on, anything, any high priority call or meeting or to-do will show up with a red. It'll show up on a calendar as red, and that'll let me know it's high priority. Anything that is medium will be blue, and anything that is low will be green once I actually set that and say OK in the system. So I'm going to click on OK again here, set it to green, and then I'm going to click on OK to make that setting take place. And you'll see now that that meeting on the Activities tab shows as green, which is a low priority. As a matter of fact, you can read the priority is low. And later on we'll take a look at how we can make that change. But if it's a high priority meeting or call, we certainly want an alarm associated with it. So we'll talk about alarms next.